What's going on, guys? Today we're going to create a My Friends page where we display all the users that the user that's logged in is currently friends with. This is a continuation of our MusicTalk app. It's an app like Facebook, but people just talk about music. Pretty much the best idea that's ever existed. In previous videos, we created pages, routes, and database queries to fetch users that we're not friends with, and we can add them as a friend and save that relationship in the database. In this video, we'll make a page where we can view our friends and we'll fetch those users from the database. So this will be similar to this page and the route that we have already. We can probably just get ChatGPT to do this for us, really. And actually, I will use ChatGPT for a big part of it. So here's the Find Friends page. We'll add a link here that says Your Friends, which leads to the other Your Friends page where we will show a similar list of usernames. So in the code here, this is the Find Friends page. Go down to this H1, Find Friends, and we will add a link which we'll have to import from React Router DOM. And that will go to /friends. And we'll say Your Friends. Save that. Okay, I've never seen this before in my life. I was thinking maybe I had to do this. Save that. There we go. So this link to Your Friends. Don't see it. Looks terrible. It's probably sitting right under. Yep. So let's style this a bit real quick using Tailwind. So nice and easy. We will float right, letting 7 raise it up a bit, and then we will color it with the text line 400. Awesome.
Oh, Harry. No. Harry. No.
Maybe if we make the horizontal rule 100% width, maybe? Width 100%. That's looking good. Display inline. There we go. How do you do inline on Tailwind? Probably just something super easy as inline. There we go. And that takes care of the horizontal rule. Actually looks all right now too. Cool. So this will link to the friends page, which we need to create. So in our pages folder, create a friends.js. And it's going to be very similar to this. So I'm going to copy all of this and paste it in here. And we'll call this friends. We don't need the added state, which is what was happening when we would add a user as a friend. It would then say added, which is what we did here. So we don't need that. We don't need this kind of if and else statement, checking for added. This link to your friends is now going to go to find friends. So I'll get back to the other page, which is at find friends. And now before we edit this too much, I want to make sure I don't forget to add this route in our React router. So in index.js, which I'm using, or we're using if you're following along, React Router version 6, but we're just using the kind of basic stuff, so it could probably work with any of them. And then I believe we called that friends. And the element we want to render when we go to /friends is the friends element, which we just imported there as well. Save that. Cool. Nothing yelling at us. Let's see. We can get rid of this add friend function. And this won't be to find friends anymore. This will be to, like when they go to the page, we'll make a get request. And instead of find friends, where we're grabbing all the users that they can add as friends, we want to go to your friends and get the users that they are friends with. And then we'll have to create that route on our Node and Express backend. And then this, I believe, can stay the same because we're just fetching an array of usernames, adding those users to the array, and then we are iterating over and displaying those. We can get rid of this add friends function. So I'm going to save that. And now I want to create this route on the back end. So if I go to the server, and actually let me just copy this route. Well, actually, I only need the slug there. So this is our find friends. It'll be very similar to that. Do an app.get, be your friends, and then request response. And so this will be very similar to this route. So I'm actually going to use ChatGPT to see if we can produce another route with an adjusted database query and everything. Error handling, all that. So open up a new tab, go to our good friend, assistant, and mentor, ChatGPT. And let's see, let's say this is a route on my Node and Express app where we fetch the users who are not friends with the user that's signed in, create a similar route where we fetch the users who are friends with the user that's signed in. And then I will paste this route. And we will cross our fingers. So you can create a similar route for getting the friends of a user. The SQL query will need to be slightly adjusted. The original query was looking for users that were not friends with the specified user, but in this case, you want the opposite. Below is an example of a route that will fetch the users who are friends with the signed in user. That's amazing. Copy code. Select all users that are equal to the friends of the, so you've even commented what that query is doing. and it's using the same tables, it looks like, as, yeah, and I have user ID at the users table. Yeah, I mean, we'll test it out, but that's looking spot on, which is crazy. Uh, Even the same error message, except the status code, which this is funny. So let's see here. This route is almost identical to the one you provided. The only major change is that the not keyword was removed from the in clause. Now, instead of selecting users who are not in the subquery, it selects users who are in the subquery. For example, the friends of the signed in user. Also, I changed the status code from 418, and the status code for 418 is I'm a teapot, an April Fool's joke from the HTTP spec, to 500, which is the standard status code for server errors. So that's hilarious. It's all my 418 that I was using, because once I saw that was an error code, it literally says in the MSN docs that, I'm a teapot, and it's very funny. So I saw that and had to start using it, and it was like, yeah, we're going to use a real error code. So let's just paste this in here and see if ChatGPT can do most of our work for us. Let's take it for a spin. And then, of course, if you didn't understand this, you could ask ChatGPT, like, can you explain that database query? SQL query is essentially joining two tables, user and friends, and applying a filter to get the desired data. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and then it'll totally break it down. And you can also ask it another question about one of these. And see, even breaks it down into like English words to kind of let you know what it's basically doing, which is super, super awesome. Okay, so I saved this. And since I updated that server file, I have to shut down the server with Control-C, node index.js to run that server again. Not sure if I need to log back in or not. Couldn't fetch users. So that's good. We don't have any yet. So let's add a couple friends. Ooh, couldn't do it. But this is on my side. This is not the new route. I'm not signed in anymore. So yeah, looks like I do need to refresh and sign in since I restarted the server. So, friends page, we'll add a couple, and now we will see if this works. Oh, it didn't. Alright, so ChatGPT is not going to take all of our jobs yet. Getting a 404 for your friends. Because it said my friends. Totally should have caught that. That was my bad. Because here we are doing your friends. Okay, that's fair. Restart the server. Try this again. Hey, there it is. So that's pretty insane. It actually did create a route for us that worked perfectly. I had already set it to your friends on the front end, but I could have created this and then specified that over here that I want to go to my friends. But yeah, crazy got it right though. Okay, so in the next video, I guess we'll just have ChatGPT finish our entire application. So that'll be fun to watch. Make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one.